and happy Friday. Welcome to ToadsTopics, everybody. I hope you guys had an absolutely awesome week. I hope you have an awesome weekend coming along with it. Today we are talking about safety. That's right, today we are talking about Toad safety trips. So heave the following advice and have an absolutely awesome weekend.
Hello and welcome to Toad Safety Tips, everybody. Today we are talking about car safety. That's right, car safety. Now to start off with, we want to make sure that you get everything secure. You make sure everything is secure on your car, your seat is secure, your steering wheel is secure. You want to make sure everything's secure. Make sure you have all of your emergency materials. You want to make sure all of your storage stuff is secure before you get going on your journey. Here we go. Toad's getting down, getting comfy in his seat. You want to make sure that you have your footing right. You want your footing to be nice and clear. You want clear pedals, clear for your feet to be resting nice and comfortably. You want to get comfy in your seat, and then you want to get going. It's important while on the road to remember that if there's two operators of a vehicle, those two operators must be in complete communication the entire time. At this point, Toad lost communication with the driver, therefore he did not know how fast they were going or what was coming up on his journey. He was put into a bit of a panic at this stage. At this point, the Toad realized that he had lost communication with the driver and tried communicating with him in a different form. This unfortunately failed, and the driver sped up to a crisp 35 miles an hour. You could say that the Toad was in a bit of a panic at this point, so he tried communicating with the driver one last time with a hand gesture, slow down. Nope, that didn't work. There goes the steering. The Toad is panicking. He takes off his visor to get a clear look before he bails out. I think I should take the time to remind everybody that in the case that your steering wheel does come off or your steering does go out, you should not bail out. Bailing out is the last case scenario. If your steering goes out or your steering wheel comes off, please take your car to a slow halt.
You good? I hope so. Woo.
Now, in any other scenario, you would stop the vehicle and wait for a tow truck to come, but the Toad thought, heck no, we have a video to complete, so let's do this. He checks his straps, gets some rope from the excess on the front, and he's ready to go. Now, it's important while the vehicle is in motion to stay buckled the entire time and not get up to move around the car to get anything. Well, Toad didn't have a seat belt, and this isn't a car, so he thought, why the heck not? This one's one of Toad's top pet peeves. Do not text and drive. Don't use your phone while driving. It is very, very distractive and very dangerous. Something may happen if you do this, like a car accident or running off a cliff almost. Make sure to take driving very seriously. Driving is not a joke. It's not something to goof around with or mess around with. You may cause an accident or harm others in your goofing off. You might scare others. So just make sure not to do it. It's important to keep your windshield clean and your visual clear while you are on the road so you can see things in the road. Make sure not to hit any debris like the one that Toad just hit and made his butt hurt for the next 2 days. Toad has now regained communication with the driver and uses it to tell him to stop for a little break from the toll it takes to drive this junk monstrosity.
This is a lot harder to drive than the last one. These ropes are handy though.
The Toad is now utilizing the Toad safety tips by securing his seat before he moves on to the next rally. It's important to be careful as you're entering your vehicle as to not trip on anything. Oh look, here Toad goes. He's securing his storage. Wow, good job, Toad. Oh no, it seems that Toad is pulling out a beverage. Well, in this case it's water, so that's okay. But if it's alcohol, it's not okay. Do not drink and drive. It is very dangerous and a big cause of car accidents across the United States every year. While under the influence, it gets hard for your mind to distinguish bad ideas from good ones, so you end up doing stupid ones. So, just don't bring that business into your car.
While on the road, you might encounter somebody who makes you angry. The natural response to this is road rage. Try not doing that these days. Who knows what the other person might have in store, like a water balloon. At this point in time, Toad looks back to see that the back braces of the TMK 3000 are falling apart. Now, in any other situation, let me stress, you would pull over and wait for a tow truck. But not good old Toad here. He says, what harm could that do? And he just smiles and says, let's keep on going. Toad thought all was going well on the TMK 3000 until a rock came out from underneath and lodged between the seat and the ground. Now, he thought this was all right until he thought about what would happen when that rock came unlodged. Oh, there we go, there it went, and it split the rear braces, sending the seat all the way to the right of the contraption. To give an example of what not to do in this situation, Toad was asked by the cameraman if they should stop. He said, nah, let's drift it. Reckless driving is frowned upon on public roads, but as far as Toad's concerned, you're good to go off roads as long as you only put yourself at risk and nobody else. Whether you're off roads or on public ones, make sure that you keep kind and courteous of the people behind you. Try not throwing anything back at them like debris or rocks from your tires, or do anything to lessen their visual of the road. Toad was oblivious of the white truck behind him in this video because, well, he didn't have any mirrors. So he gives a solid rock on sign and moves on. For the safety of yourself and the safety of your passengers, when you're driving through a very dusty area, go ahead and hit that recycle button in your car. In Toad's case here, he's not in a car and he didn't have a recycle button, so it's the good old arm trick we did. Last but not least, make sure you're going a safe speed for the environment that you're driving in. In this case, we've seen that Toad isn't necessarily the safest in the bunch, so he decided why not take this heaping piece of junk up to 40 miles an hour.
You good?
I hope so. Woo!